Today we have Q24G4E, the AOC gaming monitor, and let's unbox this, see what do we have inside the box, and then we will talk about the specification and features, then we will put it on the test. Okay, first of all, we have the user manual, warranty brochure for you guys to look into it. Then after that, we have the display cable, one of the HDMI to HDMI cable. Then we have the power cable, of course. Then we have the base, because this is the 24-inch monitor, so of course everything is quite small. I've been unboxing quite a number of big monitors recently, so this seems quite small to me. This is the base, very nice. This is all new design also from AOC. A little bit different than the usual, so but let's see. Oh, what's this? Hey, wow, how come the arm is so small? Okay, that's interesting. So let's put this here. Best part about the small monitors, you can actually just very easily can set them up. All right, so just like that, and let's screw this, tighten this screw. Okay, so that's the base is done, quite small, quite light. Then the next part, of course, your monitor. Nice. Okay, so one thing you will notice here, that why this base is so small, because it doesn't go in the back of the monitor like that, but it will be going at the bottom of the monitor. So for that I need to take out the monitor. But on the other hand, if you want to have a monitor arm or anything, let me show you guys how that works. You can open actually this part of it, just be careful. Just like that, and then you can have your VESA mount installed here, so you can put the arm here also. These are the 4 screws comes with it as well, so just be careful whenever you're taking out. Don't put too much pressure on the monitor while it's lying down in this position, so don't break the screen or anything. Just be gentle with it. So to set this up now, I just need to bring it a little bit out so I can show you guys how I'm gonna put the base of it. And because this monitor is very light, so it's very easy to handle also, but still be careful when you're doing it. So this is how it's going. It slides in here just like this, and you will hear the click, so you are good to go. This is how the monitor looks, quite straightforward. And from the back of it, if you guys can see as well, this is how the stand fits in here. This one only you can get the tilt, you can adjust accordingly, but there is no up and down in this one, and there is no portrait mode or anything. Unless you're using the arm and all that, then you can do it like a monitor arm here. These are some of the limitations for this, because this one is a small 24-inch monitor. So this is what you get, and it's actually very light. As I mentioned, I've been doing the big ones, so this is very easy to handle. Meanwhile, I set this up. You guys check out the specification and the features of this monitor. This monitor features a 23.8-inch Frost IPS panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1440, delivering stunning QHD visuals. Its 16:9 aspect ratio and 122% sRGB color gamut ensures vibrant and accurate colors. With a peak brightness of 350 nits and a static contrast ratio of 1000:1, this monitor provides excellent clarity and details even in darker scenes. It boasts a 180Hz refresh rate, guaranteeing ultra-smooth gameplay. Its 0.5 millisecond motion picture response time and 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time minimize motion blur and ghosting. The monitor also supports adaptive sync technology, eliminating screen tearing, while the integrated MBR sync technology combines motion blur reduction with adaptive sync for the best of both worlds. Additionally, HDR10 support enhances contrast and color depth. Its flat screen design incorporates flicker-free technology, reducing eye strain during extended gaming sessions. This monitor includes HDMI and DisplayPort, ensuring compatibility with the latest gaming consoles and PCs. So alright guys, this is all set up quite straightforward. You heard the specifications and features about it. So first of all, let's start with the pricing of this monitor. This one is available on their website for 279 Sing dollars, and you guys can check on your own country versions as well how much it is there. But for Singapore, it is $279 and still on the offer as well. So let's start with some of the game settings on this monitor, because it's a gaming monitor, so we should check that one out. So what you need to do, go into the menu, and then you will see a beautiful menu as always from AOC. In the game settings, you have some of the controls you can actually do. One of the main thing I'm looking for here is, let me show you guys. Let's go up. This is the MBR sync. So for the motion blur reduction technology, so you can turn off and on. So in our case, we kept it on because you guys always want to see the UFO test, right? So we will be doing that very soon as well. After that, other controls, like for example, we can do the shadow control here as well according to our liking. The adaptive sync we have on here and dial point. Then we also have the shadow boost here. Let me go in and let's put it on the level 3. If you notice a little bit here how this blue color is changing. So if I turn it off, it's a little bit brighter, but if I turn it on, it will give you more shadow in the screen as well. And the next thing you guys always ask me in the comment section about the crosshair. Yes, this is the gaming monitor, so yes, there is a crosshair. Press the up button here. You can see the crosshair here in the two colors. You have a red and the black based on your preference. So the next thing, of course, the UFO test. No monitor review is completed without the UFO test. Of course, when we were testing this, we have noticed that there is actually very minimal ghosting here. It really lived up to the expectation as they mentioned. Because it's the gaming monitor with the MBR technology, it really does a very good job. Since we are already talking about the motion blur, let's go to the range of the Valorant and test a little bit. But one thing I noticed, actually, this monitor giving me a very sharp color and is really looking very good. Everything is very detailed, so I'm quite impressed with that. Okay, so I can notice all the details are very sharp. Look at the darks. Let's test a little bit on the dark colors here. So if I go to my settings again one more time, and I go to these game settings and I go to the shadow boost, we are on the level 3. So if I go level 2, level 1 and totally turned off. So now we can see how much difference it's making. Oh, so what it does actually is really makes all the darkers even more brighter, easier to see. That's why it feels so sharp and so clean here. As you guys can see, I am really moving it very fast. Usually I play this kind of FPS game, I got very dizzy actually. But this one is really, I'm just very impressed. Like there's a very minimal of the motion blur in this monitor. Amazing job with this monitor by AOC, I must say. So the next thing we are doing the blooming test here. First of all, thanks to Tech Steve on YouTube for providing this video. I mean, we always use this now for the testing purposes. So for this test, we turn off the shadow boost, which we had turned on earlier. So let me play this, then we talk about it. I'm quite impressed in one way that the black and whites are like really separated very well. There is a very minimal blooming, I can see it around, but really from like a distance is doing a very impressive job. If you are the person who likes to do in a dark environment and you are very particular about the blooming effects and all these things, I think this is the go-to monitor for you guys. And when it comes to the color accuracy, because it's the IPS panel, is really give you a very vibrant feel and the colors in the picture quality. So there's this video I was looking at also, is quite impressive. You see the details, how saturated the colors are here as well. Let's move to this part. You can see how is differentiate all the blues, darks, reds, everything is very nice. And this is also one of my favorite clip here. What it does is it really separate all the bright parts of it and the dark parts of it. I can really clearly see what is where. So the next part, let's move to the PlayStation and then test the games there as well. So please note, on the PC we were using the display cable, so we were able to achieve 180 Hz from that. But now we are moving to the PlayStation where we will be able to achieve 120 Hz because we'll be using the HDMI cable. Sometimes you guys ask in the comment section also that how many Hz on the PlayStation we can achieve. So with the HDMI for us is 120 Hz, but it also depends on the game. Before I show you guys, let's move to the PlayStation. It's very easy. From just this button here, from the display port, you can do to the HDMI and press this button and you'll be able to switch between the one console to another. So in our case, from PC to PlayStation. For this PlayStation test, we have turned off the shadow boosts. Please note that. And then you guys can see on the right hand side, we are seeing the counter as well, which is the part of the monitor also. You can turn on the counter, the FPS counter. So we are getting 120 Hz refresh rate. So here, if you guys can see, compared to the PC 180 Hz. So here the motion blur is noticeable, but it's minimal because we are running on the 120 Hz and the frame rate is really sticking to what it says. But while we were testing earlier, we also checked that some people get confused about the frame rates, but in PlayStation it does depend on the game. Let me show you why. So we can see 120 Hz refresh rate here on this game or the Rocket League, but if I move to the other game, if I go to the Formula 1 for example, so here you'll be able to notice that frame rate changed to 60 frame rates here. So that's how some people get confused quite a lot here, that oh, I'm not getting the higher. It depends on the game itself. So in conclusion, overall this monitor does provide what it says about the specification. We are actually really impressed specifically from this model from AOC. The sharpness in the colors and all the other specifications they have talked about, it really lived to the expectation. So for this price point, this monitor, you can get 180 Hz, amazing picture quality, a lot of functionality as you guys can see. I think it's a very good deal. So I hope I have covered all the amazing feature and specification of this monitor. If you guys want to know more about it, I'll be dropping all the details in the description of this video. And if there are any discount codes available, I'll be dropping them as well in the description of this video. If you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.